We have had a number of questions about the use of extended data in gCADPlus drawings. It's a tool that enables you to store extra information with all sorts of symbols. The first thing to notice is down here in the status line, I've clicked on that little tab called ENT. Once you do that, any entity that has had extended data will display as we move across the drawing. And here I'm hovering there on the custom seat that's going to be put in that area. So let me zoom in. There's a custom seat, and as I move my mouse, it says its size is about 3.5 meter diameter. It costs $750. The manufacturer is a custom manufacturer, Jim Hall, and its name is a custom seat, of course. So as we move around, and if I let my mouse hover over this one, this time some extended data is associated with a plant species, and here is another one. Whoops. It's Westringia fruticosa. So you can store all sorts of information. You can do things like, let's zoom previous. You can do things like go to extended data and highlight those entities in the drawing that has extended data. So we can see a whole range of symbols from that seat, that custom seat, and so on. Let's imagine that this raised seat around the base of that featured tree in the courtyard, let's imagine that we want to put some information, some extended information with it. So we go to gCADPlus, extended data, and we're going to store extended data. The prompt down here says select the entity to edit the data. So we click it, and now we're asked, is this entity some paving or some decking or irrigation species? Is it grass, lighting, or symbols? So let's imagine that because we're going to use a paving company to make some specialist seating here with crazy paving on the top, let's type P, and this entity data pops up. So what is the size of it? The manufacturer is Stately Paving, because again this is another one of these custom things. It's not on a layer called L mulch, so we need to change its layer when we edit it, and the size at the moment is not known, so let's OK it. We haven't put a size in, so let's guesstimate that that's going to be about 6 meters wide. Cost has to be larger than 0, so 6.0. Oh, sorry, that's the size and the cost. Well, I know this is going to be reasonably expensive, so it'll be, that's $1,000. In it goes product name. Once it won't let me go until I've done it all. This is custom paved seating, and there we are. So we're done. Now we can edit it at any time. So we can say, what is the distance from one side of this to the other? It's in fact only 2 meters, so we need to edit it. So it's gCADPlus, extended data, store, edit it, and we pick it. And now 2 meter is the, okay, 2.1. The manufacturer, we can manufacture, just say website, go in is the principle. So we're putting some information here that will be useful to us. As we move across here, you see there's another species, Choisya ternata. But if we come over here, see every instance of Choisya is showing that extended data, but here, that Westringia is only tagged to one particular instance of that symbol. And that's it. There's another that's done by propagating stored data. We can also extract the stored data from all of these symbols. So I would argue probably not necessary. It's going to make things somewhat cluttered if we propagate every instance of that symbol given that information. Notice here, if we say gCADPlus extended data, store it, click in here, we've actually stored a link to a URL. So we can click in there and go straight to a page that's showing this particular, an example of the coastal rosemary. So I hope you can see that there is a great deal of extra information stored in this particular drawing. We'll cancel from there. So we can remove information if we want in that way. What we will do on the next release of gCADPlus will improve some of the prompts to this, because people are starting to use it and become more interested in this tool.